We've got basketball, baseball, football, and hockey in today's top 5 cards. But which card is going up the most? We'll tell you now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday, a week that will surely be a hot one for the sports card market, with the NBA Finals starting in just 2 days, and then the NHL Finals starting just 2 days after that. There's going to be a lot of cards moving up and maybe some moving down as well over the course of the next week. But today we've got some cards to talk about that have already moved up in the market over the last couple of weeks. And of course, today's top 5 is sponsored by Whatnot. Whatnot has awesome live auctions every day and night, starting at just $1 for packs, boxes, breaks, singles, and more. And I will be live on Whatnot again this Saturday night after our trade night live here at Sports Card Investor and Cards HQ. Make sure to scan that QR code on your screen or use the special link in our show description below to join all of the fun on Whatnot. And when you use that link or that QR code, we'll even hook you up with $15 in free credit when you sign up for Whatnot. All right, guys, let's start by looking at the overall sports card market by taking a peek at the market pulse by market movers. Over the last 7 days, the SCI 500 index of 500 of the most prominent sports cards has inched down some more. The last couple of months have not been as good for the sports card market. We started the year really hot, and thankfully the overall market is still up since January 1st, even though it has cooled off a bit recently. But it'll be interesting to see what it does here over the next couple of weeks with the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals in swing. But now let's talk about some of those cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's top 5. We're starting today with a cold card, as we do every week, because it's a reminder that sometimes the cards that go up also come right back down, and this one hurts personally. Our cold card this week is Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves. I say it hurts me because I love the Braves. I love Acuna. The Braves Stadium is 1 mile from where I am sitting here inside Cards HQ. I've been a big Acuna fan, also a collector of Acuna memorabilia, but unfortunately it's going to be a while before we see Acuna making a difference on the diamond again. And look, the Braves season hasn't been great recently either. They started out super hot. They started out 18-6, but since then the Braves have gone 15-18 since April 27. And then, of course, disaster struck when Ronald Acuna Jr. recently tore his right ACL. This is a couple of years after he tore his left ACL, but in between, he had one heck of a season last year. Last year was a record-breaking 40 home run, 70 stolen base MVP season. Now this season he had been struggling. He changed his batting swing somewhat. He was batting only .250 batting average so far this season. And then of course he had that horrible injury. We're not going to see him for the rest of the year. Ronald Acuna Jr., get well soon, man. Recover. The Braves need you back next year. We need you here in Atlanta. The city needs you next year. But in the meantime, his cards are going down. Might not be a bad time to scoop some of them up soon. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've got 5 of Acuna's cards up on the screen. His 2018 Topps Update base card in PSA 10. His 2017. This is his first Bowman Chrome Prospects card in PSA 10. I'm also looking at, on the higher end, his 2018 Topps SP Bat Down variation in PSA 10. You can see on the graph, all 3 of these over the last 30 days, these have all come down. In fact, they're all down anywhere between 16% and 25% over the last 30 days. Now, I also put 2 of his other higher end cards up on the screen as well. His 2018 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor out of 50. We're looking at that one in PSA 10. We're also looking at his 2018 Gold Wave Auto out of 50 as well from Topps Chrome. These haven't sold but once in the last 30 days. So if we expand out to look at, let's say, the last 90 days, you can see that those have slid down. In fact, the story on all of these cards over the last 90 days is really not a good story. They're all down anywhere between about 22% and about 52%. How about that 2018 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor out of 50 in PSA 10? 90 days ago, that card was selling for $3,120, and the most recent sale of it, $1,620. That card has lost almost half of its value. It's lost $1,500 in just 90 days. All of these cards are down a lot. Is it time to buy Acuna? Or are you scared now with his repeat injury history? Let me know what you think in the comments. But now it's time to talk about cards going up, and we're starting with our investment card of the week. This week it is Joe Namath, Broadway Joe, the quarterback for the New York Jets for several years back in the 60s and 70s. And by the way, quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams for a year as well. Do you remember that year? Probably not. Everyone remembers Broadway Joe with the Jets, the charisma, swagger, and exciting play that he brought onto the field was super exciting for the Jets. Of course, he's got that all-time Super Bowl win as well. Now, what's interesting about his cards is that his rookie card from 1965 Topps is the only year that Topps used the tall boy format, the taller than normal football card format. So that is, in fact, what Joe Namath's rookie card looks like. Let's take a look at what these cards have been doing in the sports card market over the last year. We're looking at that famous 1965 Topps tall boy card. There you go, card number 122 of Broadway Joe. We're looking at that card in PSA 8, PSA 7, PSA 6, and PSA 5 condition. Now, there's only been one sale of the PSA 8 over the last year, just the other day. It was a big one. On May the 29th, it sold for $36,400. There have been more sales of the PSA 7, PSA 6, and PSA 5, and when those have sold, they've all, for the most part, have gone up over the course of the last year. In fact, those three cards over the last year are up about 17%, 20%, and about 18%. So it's been a nice run. If you bought one of Broadway Joe's 1965 Topps rookie cards in PSA 7 a year ago, you would have likely paid around $8,900. The most recent sale on that card, $10,400. So that one's up about $1,500 over the course of the last year. The PSA 6 is up $865. The PSA 5 is up $628. Nice little swagger there in the card prices for Joe Namath. All right, let's go with our top five. And in the number 5 spot in today's list, it is the late, great Bill Walton. Bill Walton, the all-time great NBA center, recently passed away after a battle with cancer. But lots of fans are remembering his awesome basketball career right now. He played in the NBA with the Trailblazers, the Clippers, and the Celtics, and this is coming off of one of the most dominant runs in college basketball. He's one of the great college basketball players of all time. In the NBA, he's going to be remembered for his passing. He's going to be remembered for being the first overall draft pick in the 1974 NBA draft. And despite the fact that he missed significant time with foot injuries during his 14-year career, he still had time to be a 2-time All-Star, a 2-time NBA champion, and win a Finals MVP, and win a regular season MVP. So Bill Walton was certainly outstanding on all levels as a player, and pretty great as a broadcaster as well. Let's take a look at his cards and market movers. And of course, when you see a famous player pass away, oftentimes there's a little bit of a rush as people remember them to go out and get that player's cards. And that has happened here with Bill Walton. We're looking at his 1974 Topps card. This is his rookie card. Love that card design from 1974 Topps. We're looking at this one in PSA 7. That's the only grade that we've seen a recent sale on in that card. But we're also looking at his 1978 Topps card as well. There's the design on that one. We're looking at that one in PSA 9. You can see both of these have gone up quite a bit in the sports card market over the course of the last few days. That 1974 Topps PSA 7, going back 30 days ago, you could have picked it up for $83. Now it is $222. And his 1978 Topps in PSA 9, you could have picked that card up for $38 30 days ago. Most recently sold for $120. Rest in peace, Bill Walton. Let's turn to baseball for the number 4 card today, and we are going with Ben Brown, the pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Cubs have struggled as of late. They've only won 4 of their last 15 games. Despite that performance, they're still in the playoff hunt. But the reason for their swoon has not been Ben Brown. The rookie pitcher compiled a career-high 10 strikeouts through 7 innings recently, 7 no-hit innings against the Brewers. And he's really been good recently. Brown had only allowed 2 hits over his last 3 outings. He has served as a crucial component to the Cubs' starting rotation. And if they are going to start their winning ways again and get back into the playoffs, it is going to be Brown who's going to be a big piece of that mix. Let's take a look at what his cards are doing in market movers, and you can see they are absolutely surging as he's been great on the mound. We're looking here at his 2023 Bowman Chrome Prospects, First Prospects auto card. We're going to look at that in raw condition. We're also going to look at the refractor version of that card, numbered to 499 in raw condition as well. And we're also going to look at the speckle refractor version of that card. That one is numbered to 299. In raw condition, all 3 of these cards are up anywhere between 50% and 176%. It is the refractor from a dollar standpoint that's up the most. That card 30 days ago was only selling for around $22. Most recently sold for $62. So there has been a nice surge in the card prices recently for Ben Brown. Let's turn our attention to hockey for the number 3 card today, and you probably expected an Edmonton Oiler to be on today's hot list, and you would be right. But you probably didn't guess which one it would be. Because the number 3 spot today, it's Evan Bouchard. Evan Bouchard has made the top 5, I think, for the first time ever, and deservedly so. Now, of course, the Oilers defeated the Dallas Stars 4-2 to advance to their first Stanley Cup final since 2006. And Bouchard was one of the big reasons why. Bouchard was the 10th overall pick in the 2018 NHL draft, and this postseason, he has been nothing short of remarkable. Through his first 17 playoff games, he's amassed 6 goals, 19 assists, 26 blocks, and an impressive plus 15 rating. He has become the 3rd fastest defenseman to achieve 50 playoff points in just 45 games. So there you go. The Oilers have a lot of stars, but Bouchard, his cards are the ones that are going up the most. Let's take a look here in market movers, and we're looking at Bouchard's 2018 Upper Deck Young Guns card. We're going to look at that one in PSA 10 and in raw condition, and then we're going to look at his 2018 SP Authentic Future Watch Auto, numbered to 999. We're going to look at that one in PSA 9 and in raw condition, and you can see the graph tells the story. All of these cards are going up quite a bit. Over the last 30 days, these cards are all up anywhere between 40% and about 80%. The raw of that 2018 SP Authentic Future Watch Auto, you could have bought that card 30 days ago for around $81. Most recently, that card sold for $147. And the Upper Deck Young Guns base in PSA 10, 30 days ago, that card was $91. Most recently sold for $135. It's been a nice month for Evan Bouchard's card prices. Let's go back to baseball for the number 2 card today, and it is Corey Seager. Corey Seager is back in the top 5 again this week. Of course, the shortstop for the Texas Rangers, a big part of the Rangers' ride to the World Series victory last year. But this year, the Rangers have been in a bit of a slump as of late due to injuries and major inconsistencies throughout their lineup. They're currently sitting in 2nd in the American League West, 3.5 games behind the Mariners. But the good news for the Rangers is that Corey Seager, he's looking like Corey Seager again. Corey Seager is only batting .268 this season, but he's currently riding a 14-game hit streak. And in those 14 games, he has been batting .373 with 9 home runs. That is some good play as of late for Corey Seager. His card prices, yep, they've been going up as his performance on the diamond has heated up as well. Let's take a look here in market movers. 3 of his 2016 Topps Chrome rookie cards. That's his base card from 2016 Topps Chrome. We've also got his refractor card up on the screen as well, and his Prism refractor. We're going to look at all 3 of these in PSA 10 condition, and you can see over the last 30 days in the market, all of these doing quite well. In fact, the Prism refractor, wow, this one is up 284%. Someone bought that card 30 days ago for just $26. It sold just the other day for right at around $100. That card has gone from $26 to $100 over the last month. The refractor has gone from around $36 to $104, and the base has gone from $26 to about $50, all in PSA 10 condition. What a run Corey Seager is currently on. All right, we've come to that time in the show, guys. It's time for today's number one card, but before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs on today's show are from Market Movers. Market Movers is the ultimate way to track the quickly changing sports card market and to see what your collection is worth. And you can try it for free. Just go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go to the App Store on your phone and download the Market Movers app to your phone today to get started. All right, here we are. Time for today's number one card, and it is Luis Gil, the pitcher for the New York Yankees. He was on our hot list just a few weeks ago. He is back on it today, and Gil has moved to the number one spot. Now, the Yankees have been great this season. They find themselves right where they expected to be, with one of the best records in the major leagues. And Gil has been one of the reasons why. He has been extremely impressive this season. His work's been very important, especially with Garrett Cole still on the 60-day IL. Gil has become the anchor of the Yankees starting rotation. He had a stellar outing against the Angels last week, throwing 8 innings and only allowing 2 hits in May. He was 6-0 with a 0.78 ERA. So you can imagine Gil's cards have been going crazy. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. The graph, these cards, let me switch to percentage just so you guys can see how much they're all shooting up from a percentage standpoint. Absolutely magnificent. And the cards that we're looking at are his 2019 Bowman Chrome First Prospect Auto card. We're looking at that in raw condition because not a lot of those have been graded. If you have one of those, consider getting it off for grading right now. My goodness. And we've also got the refractor version of that card, numbered to $4.99 in raw condition, up on the screen. And then we're looking at his 2022 Topps Chrome Rookie Auto, also in raw condition. All of these cards, look at that graph, guys. All of these cards are up between 211% and 284% over the last 30 days. Incredible. That 2019 Prospect Auto in raw condition 30 days ago was $15. Most recently, it has been selling for close to $57. And the refractor has gone from $33 30 days ago to $103 with the most recent sale. And his rookie auto, you could have bought that card for $6 30 days ago. Now it's selling for about $25. What a month it has been for Luis Gil and his card prices. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please give it a like, please give it a subscribe, and make sure to check out Market Movers. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app to your phone today. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon with our next episode. Take care.